Hi, I'm Ben Williams, and I'm a radio host.
Yes, this is the Saturday Lunchbox Mixtape here on 3B's Radio with your host, Ben Williams. For the next 3 hours, this is the place to be for all of your music needs. We got stuff like Straight Outta Hollywood, where we're going to be exploring our favourite film soundtracks, and we're also going to be going from vinyl to viral, all the way to some number one hits, as well as the Gamer's Playground, which is all coming on later in the show. But for now, we're going to start off where we always start off with On This Day in music history. This is the Saturday Lunchbox Mixtape right here on 3B's Radio, broadcasting live from the Buckingham Beer Festival. I can officially tell you now that things are starting to pick up here because the vibes are looking immaculate from our little gazebo that we got set up here. So if you want to come down, please feel free. We'll bring the vibes. You just bring yourself. And now, before we quickly move on, I'd just like to remind you that we are doing a music quiz question for this week's show. So this week's question is: what was the most streamed song of the 20th century? What was the most streamed song of the 20th century? If you think you know the answer, don't forget to send us a message over on WhatsApp. So you can send your message in on 07983 812 351. That's 07983 812 351. Hello, this is Environment Camp reporting to you somewhat live from a place that can only be described as being infested with beans. Despite that, we've still heavily enjoyed watching animals in the wild doing their thing and being okay with us being around, even though half their doings and whereabouts were not discovered by us in person, but rather done through tracking done by Ben in one afternoon. Anyway, we've got another juicy inside scoop for you this week. Bean Brain has swept its way through camp, rotting away what little sanity we had left. We've had an awful showing of a man's family jewels stuck on one of our own chests, and describing innocence out of context comments as insane just doesn't cut it nowadays. There we are, Justin Bieber, sorry, and that was for Victoria, who phoned in while we were on the break. And speaking of messaging in, we actually also had another message from Chris, who said, thanks guys for playing Black Sabbath's Paranoid and Beach Boys, big hit as well. I hope Elizabeth's Alexa was tuned into your show. Thank you all. And with that being said, that actually brings us to the end of our show. So my name's been Ben Williams.
And my name still is Dave Storm.
Yeah, and it's still is Ben Williams me. And this has been the Thursday Night Request, so see you next week.
Bye-bye.